Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today, hopefully, we will be finishing our randomizer. I'd much prefer not to do 4th day, though today I have probably be here for just as much time as was for the first year. It's probably about 2 hours. But remember, the end of last time, we ended up getting Mantis Claw. So, as of right now, we are simply trying to figure out where can we go, right? There's a lot of stuff we could do, it's just figuring out what that stuff is. And the first thing I want to go do is pick up something in Cliffs. I want to go complete the Dark Room, simply because I think getting over the Dark Room would be a good idea, even though there's generally not a lot of checks in there. We're gonna do that. After that, I think it's finally time that we tackle Deep Nest. But I think before we do Deep Nest proper, we'll end up doing a Beast Den. Just because there's so little left to do in Beast Den that we might as well knock it out. My day's been a little hectic today. Between waking up, doing schoolwork, and then coming home, I haven't run a couple places. But overall, day's been fine. So I want to pose the question to everyone who is here or might not be here. How's your day going? I hope your day's going well. As I said, hopefully we can finish up the randomizer today. That's the hope. This room, no dash, though. And yeah, the dive floor is right there, so you can't get around. There's normally a soul totem right here, so let's see what this is. Coughing. That's... Ooh, that might be a God Home. Pretty sure. Let's see what Jenny's blessing is. It's a 26 Georock. Alright, let's go to Beast Den. Luckily, there's not a lot left to do in here. There's just a small area we couldn't get to. This is just like blood masks, right? Yeah. So a small area we couldn't get to due to not having the correct side of claw. We couldn't get up here. Which gets us the Hera check, and I believe one more check. Oh yeah, we also got Shade Soul last time, which I'm very happy about, though we still don't have Shaman to make. 250 essence. And, yep, one more check right here. here. Yeah, that's a... Yep. It's cleared beast den. I think the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna head to... Actually, you know, yeah, we'll head to the wastes. No, we can go check Bretta. After Bretta, we will check out Deep Nest finally. I've ignored it long enough. It's looking like all the Dreamers are probably in Deep Nest, if I had to guess. Definitely Pogo there. She just C-dashed. C-dash to victory. 2 left blood masks. Well, we're back. While we're down here, we'll do Mantis Lords. I also might be able to do the Pilgrim's Way parkour as well. There's a couple checks beyond that. We'll also wonder what's down here. I thought I'd just check to see if that ever be possible. I believe I did check up here, right? Yep. Alright, let's do Mantis Lords. Is it going to give us access to Mantis Village, since Mantis Respect is something that is randomized in the settings? We're going to do a lot better than we did last time we fought these guys. I think we can now slash all directions. We got Wraiths. Got Descending Dark Shade Soul. Let's do a little bit of soil farming. Twice in a row they did that. All right. 15 Geo. Okay. Now, I think the best course of action is going to be to do Deep Nest, yes. But I want to get to Deep Nest through other entrances. So I guess Queen Station's going to be our way. Because there's two ways you can do it. We can do it through group. I was actually looking for the Garden's Corner for bench, as I think this might be faster. Since you just drop over here, we get to the other side of this room. Then we're into the room with the drop. And you already checked out beyond there, so let's just drop. Now, unfortunately, I don't know every Georock location in Deep Nest. So we're kind of just going to be checking everything. So this section might be a little bit of a bore. If you're watching the VODs, I haven't thought. I'm definitely thinking about editing this all together, just making it maybe a 40 or 50 minute video of my first randomizer. But the VODs will stay up. We already checked out this room, I believe, right? This is the... Yep. A Georock and a Mask Shard. Corn Fur. Soul Refill. I believe this is locked off yet. Can go this way though. If I remember correctly, this room has a good amount of drops. Oh yeah, but this room's locked off to us until we get Mantis Respect. So we just have to continue. Luckily, I don't think there's anything in this room for us to pick up. Yeah, so we just get to go straight down to the bench, and then we'll make our way towards Tramway. Yep. It's been a minute since I've been through this part of the game, so my memory might be a little hazy. Yep, and here we make it to the hot springs. So this is our respawn location. And first thing we do is the vessel fragment parkour. Because there's not a lot of things over here since we already did check most of it. The vessel fragment parkour is one of the things that we weren't able to do due to not having that claw direction. Something I find about this room is you don't technically need the guard-peas. I believe if you have wings, you can do this entirely without pogoing. And while we're waiting, it's because there's a secret soul toad up here. And quick slash make it so you don't have to wait for another cycle. Hunter's Journal. Oh, I guess there's also more stuff in archives you can get now. Because one of the issues was we didn't have the, we didn't have a certain direction of, or we didn't have right claw, so we couldn't, or no, we actually didn't have a left claw, which means we couldn't get to one of the journal entries. It's not here. I'm thinking about where this is. Over here. I'm like 99% sure there's a mushroom journal entry in here. Maybe there's just a Mr. Mushroom spot in here. Alright. We are real quick and go check out Teacher's Archives. We can teleport back here, considering we just have to do everything left of the hot spring. Everything right of the hot spring has been done. Yep. Or, yeah, no, we were missing right claw. That was the problem. We already know there's 15G at rock. But please give me one of the dreamers. Dirtmouth stack. That's not what we needed. That's not what we wanted to see. Alright, well, if I'm correct, we can't get to Nosk yet. Yeah, no. Don't have wings or left C dash. Pretty sure that item shimmer right here is from... How did I go this way? Rancid egg. Found the Zote room. Oh, and that's Zote key for Hollow 1. Let's go save Zote real quick. Use 2 drops down here. Freeze out. Monomon! Finally, we find a dreamer. And a rancid egg. We finally have our first dreamer, folks. That took so long to find. Hopefully, the rest are pretty easy to find, or we'll probably have to stream. Like, if this rate keeps up, this is gonna take 10 streams to beat. Or, I guess 9, but I highly doubt that. I'm sure, because of all the abilities we have, we will find the next streamer within the next 30 minutes. Yeah. If we find left C, I think the biggest thing we could find would be Monarch Wings or left C dash at this point. Monarch Wings would get us to a lot of places we can't already access. And left C dash would get us also access to a lot of places we can't access. Off the top of my head, we can get through quite a couple of puzzles or dash rooms in Crystal Peaks. We can get to Broken Vessel. And a Grub. And that, alright, we're real quick gonna go back to the failed tramway because there's also Galen to go check out. Right down here. This is a room I don't check in often, so I don't actually know all the checks for it. Oh, and there. Let's go fight Galen real quick. So glad we have upswing for Alien fight. I just got face name. Galen defeated. This, folks, is how you properly fight Galen. Just face tank and race. That's all you need. Hollowness, yeah. One more thing in this room. Rancid egg. Coffin key could also be to GG, I guess. And if that's the case, then we get access to the egg shop, which could be what we're looking for. I mean, Coffin Key would make sense in regards to it being both the coffin in the waterways and the coffin in, or, you know, in the graveyard of Dirtmouth. 655 Geo. Another thing the game could give us is Mantis Respect. That gets us a couple checks. Any, like, key would actually get us a good bit right now. Like, if we got Sly Key, that'd be pretty fire. Yeah. Here. And now we get to start checking the big rooms. back this way is just this. And if you just go up here. Yeah, this just allows us to get past the devout. Luckily, because we've got claw, we shouldn't need to do any fancy skips in this room. Might have to do a fancy skip in this room. No, we don't. I completely forgot we had that direction of claw. Go over here. Oh, nope. There you go. Right past here should be Weaver's Den. Yep. Weaver's Den has 3 checks. Geo. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a scalable wall. Yeah, we're gonna have to read the rest of Weavers for a different time. Because we don't have left C dash or wings. Just double check the bottom path here. Yep. Valurian. So I was right. Most of the dreamers were in fact in Deep Nest. You know what I mean? But we haven't found a hair yet, which is the one we normally find in Deep Nest. So the fact that we got 2 of them and we're already in this room at Deep Nest, I'm feeling confident that hopefully this doesn't jinx it, but hopefully the randomizer will soon be over. Then we can move on to another project. This has been a very fun randomizer, very fun. A couple enemy pogas that were interesting. The mid game was really slow, but it sped up a lot. There's also a dream tree in this room we can clear. Looks like the rancid egg there was a soul totem. And he go upwards. Yeah. We'll clear up first. Yeah, nothing this way. Now, something I figured out, that there's actually a Georock chip here. Mask shard. Another grub mimic. And there's this check. Luckily, there's no reason for us to go past the devout. Nope, none down here. Dream trees, huh? Like I said, I think they're a really good concept. It's just there's so many other ways to get dream essence that you never really need to use them. And over here, right? Yeah. Not here. Yep, none over here. Where is this last orb? It's not over here. Is it this way? Yep. Huh, I really am stuck. What I'm gonna do is just... I guess it could be at the very entrance. What the actual fuck is this last door? We're just gonna reset the room and see where it goes. I have to get past the devout. Oh, it's right above the devout. 15 Geo. What's this room? Oh, this is a mask maker. Oh, Slikey. Well, we're gonna just go to Dirtmouth. Wait, no, it's not here. We go. But first, actually, we're gonna go city. It's gonna be the fastest way. I guess Spire. We're gonna hit up Lem real quick because this could be an expensive trip. I guess if we're doing this, you could have just went toll bench, but we should have done this with toll bench. I don't know. I have good feelings about Slikey. I think that's gonna be it. Alright. 7,000 GL. Let's go back to Dirtmouth. Or, nope, we gotta go to Salubra first. Because we gotta get Sly there. Back to Dirtmouth now, and we also have Shopkeeper's Key, so he has a larger stock for us to pick from. Essence. 123, 124, 125, 1, 391. That was. Grimkin 4, lore. 15 Geo. Grub. 44 Geo. World Sense. 67% completion. Come on, great. Come on. No Master's Glory. Shaman Stone! Okay. That was worth it. That was so worth it. Coffin Key. Like I said, I believe that's over here. If you all give me one moment. Alright, I am back. Nope, not this. Alright, I guess Coffin Key is waterways. Back to Deep Nest? Yeah, but we'll go with the Beast Den bench. Yeah. So we'll go down. We'll go down here. We'll check what this way is. I know there's a couple of checks down here. And this is just the lady, right? don't think there's actually any checks in this room at all. Yeah. Let's go around. Alright, well, if this is it for Deep Nest, I am more than happy that we found 2 of the Dreamers here. Let's do... Alright. Next is Hive. That's going to be the next big chunk of checks. Considering the fact that I have Shamans now, I feel a lot better about doing Hive. There's probably going to be a good amount of enemy pogos here in Hive. That's the big 420 Geo Rock. If it's not this, then we'll probably have to start fighting dream bosses. We'll have to do false or a failed champion and soul tyrant, because those are the only things I can think of, besides some very, very small checks. Egg. Charm notch. Alright. Wanderer's Journal. Shortcut number 1. After this, I guess we'll just try the Water's Way entrance from here. Two checks here. 15 Geo and 10 Geo. Actually, grab Mimic. I fucked up. All right, who's ready to do the run through Hive again? This time, let's do this. Less health, but more spells. I like the Hive. The Hive's just, it's calm while getting her shit kicked in by bees. I'm sure if I actually took my time and killed them, Hive would be a lot easier. That takes time, right? And of course, only a certain amount of time in a day, so I'd like to save all the time that I can. We just run past all the bees. No. There's a grub here. We might be able to get with a precise pogo. No, be from. What was that? That seems very not doable, but... What? If it comes down to it, I'll do it, but I prefer not to. That's a Georock. Hive, man. I really was gonna try and set up a Dream Gate down there. Would you like not? I really should have just kept on. Thing is like the worst part of Hive is just walking through. When you get to Hive Knight, it's not that bad. Yeah, that's not gonna happen at least. So. Okay. Made it to Hive Knight. I just walked into that. Okay. Hive Knight defeated. And look, alright. We're gonna go do Field Champion and Soul Tyrant. Anything I want to change from my setup before I go? No. Let's do it. Field champ time. Oh, God. I'd like to make a small change to this setup, because this is not going to work. Set a Dream Gate. We're going to go to Whirl. We're finally just going to bite the bullet and upgrade our nail. I believe something this Randomizer does. Maybe not. It's foregoing the ability to do enemy skips to make boss fights easier. I see it's doing a good amount of boss fights in the future, so Upgrade again. This is probably the max I should upgrade it, because if I upgrade it any further than this, then you'd one-shot Venge Flies. But what's the chance we'll have to do a Venge Fly Pogo? Huh? There's Hollow Knight's Crown we can do now. There's a couple rooms and peaks I never did. Peaks actually has a good amount of checks. Maybe we should go there after we do Failed Champ, Soul Tyrant. Now our nail actually does damage. Though still, critically, lacking right dash. That's going to make this fight horrible. Okay, now upgrades making a big difference. Hit him once to reset. We're actually fine on health. And once to reset again. Now, I didn't think that'd work as well as it did. Be real. And that's GG. See, upgrade the nail goes from a horrible boss fight to boss fight. We just get to spam spells. Right. Failed champ done. 35 Geo. Alright. Let's go Dark Room Peaks. Yes. I always think, like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna try to do podcasts, but I never do it just because I'm not very good at it. Grimkin Flame 5. That would be amazing if we had Grimchild. Which, PSA game, we still don't have Grimchild. Grimchild would beat so many checks. We can get this up here now, though. Or can we? Yeah, no, I believe we need the opposite direction of dash in order to be able to do that. Let's actually just warp to Crystal Guardian. We're gonna go up and we're gonna do Hollow Knight's Crown at this point. Hollow Knight's Crown has a couple of checks. Or Strep Hogax. go around. Wow, the room's difficult to do when it's meant for wings and you don't have wings. What a shocker. It's good enough, honestly. That works. I mean, the game will put us back in this room, so I think I can confidently say that we could do the rest of it later. Or, I mean, I guess we could do it now. Blood on the soul real quick. First couple times playing the game, I could never understand the pattern there. And back around we go. Crossroads map. Earthless. I've lost a couple steel soul runs to these rooms. Alright. Time to go higher. I don't have wings, so I actually have to crystal here. 2 lifeblood masks. Deepest map. So let's check. Sharp shadow for 2. There we go. This room's new to me. I didn't know this room existed. Okay, now I know for future randomizers. Please don't tell me that was the crystal hunter up here. It was. Is there a dream gate here? We're going to warp back. And we are going to head back. Because that is a jump that requires wings or a post. And seeing as we don't have wings... Go. Pushy this way. Brimkin Flame 6. Alright. Yeah, we'll go do, Soul Tyrant now. I think that's the best next course of action. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get there, set a dream gate, and then there's one place I want to check out first. Just popped in my head. What was I thinking? Hold on. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, I can't set a dream gate, so we'll just do it now, I guess. I'm really hoping we find Hera within the next 30 minutes. That's the goal. Is Hera within the next 30 minutes. Pop a heal. Alright. Soul Tyrant now. Vessel Fragment. Alright. We're gonna go do Basin Toll. Because I think it's finally time we check out the Lifeblood room. I think that's just gonna be the smartest next play. I think technically the smartest play would be Waterways, because you can get to it, but yeah, let's just say I really don't want to do Waterways. But I said the same about Deep Nest, and we found two Dreamers there, so let's here. Oh, come on. Here. Almost. Both checks and Lifeblood room done. 15 Geo. I believe we haven't gotten one of the pickups from Grub Father yet, so we'll go do that. Yep. Mantis's respect. Alright, we'll go to Bread a Bench. Oh my god. If it was behind Mantis respect, if we could have went and got that any time and it's in the Mantis's treasure room. Oh, hey, you collected enough grubs. You know what? I'll put a good word in for the Mantises for you. You know, me and the Mantises, we go way back. So we'll, I'll put in a good word for them. You saved enough of my children. Grub Father, you conniving bastard. Come on. Give me Hera. 15 Geo. Mask Shard, putting us up to 7. And a soul refill. Nope. Next, Queen Garden Stag. We are going to go check out this kind of upper area here. Since I believe now that we have both directions of claw, we should be able to do this. And we should be able to get to Trade Lord and see what the white fragment is. Nail Master's Glory for 4. this and start working on this dream tree right here. Yep. Nope, nothing up here. Hey, we're at 2400 essence. You guys wanna send the seer? Yeah, we'll go do that once I get done checking this area of Queen's Gardens. Okay, yeah. I missed one where the grub normally is. Right? Yeah. Pale ore. Alright, we would need 2 more of those still. Alright, game's taking quite a second to load in. You know what? I'll just reload. That was taking a little too long for my liking. Yeah, see, that's the quickness I'm expecting. Well, now we can't ascend this here. I don't, yeah, no, that's not possible. Not the correct direction of C dash. So now we'll just go down and do Trader Lord and see what the White Lady's check is. And make it. Trade Lord time. I'm gonna reset my gate over there. That's probably the time efficient way to do it. Yeah. To everyone who doesn't use Dreamgate, I hope I'm helping convince you that Dreamgate is a very, very good, very useful thing to have. If you don't use it, I highly suggest you do. And that's how you use Descending Dark, folks. Hello. And the White Lady. Have you had hair this entire time? No, that's a very bad birthday present. Dark Room, Prescardian. Toll Hidden Station. Offspring, Filtering, White Beast. Large room. Alright. We're going to check out what we can of waterways. And this is probably the last thing I'll have time for. You know, I fully didn't expect this randomizer to take 4 streams. To be fair, 2 of the streams are going to end up being only 2 hours, but that's the first time I killed a boomfly. No. Our entrance to waterways is through here. Hold on. I wonder if this is a key check up here. Give me all the soul. That's the lore. To enter Isma's Grove. Alright, Ismas. You know, I should have expected that. I really should have. What's up here? Resting grounds map. Alright. I just leave it down to this is just the entrance, right? There's nothing over here, right? Yeah, nothing. Yep. bastard. And yeah, we have the arena. And then yeah, this leads down here. So this drops us into the grove. Okay. So we can't get further in the waterways, but we had this much grove cleared. Really trying to think of other things we could do. Because, like, Deep Nest is essentially... Nope, we did unlock more areas of Deep Nest when we got Mantis Respect. There's a couple more checks. Look at all the bugs they've killed. High blood for 2. This is also a buy. 15 geo. $45 essence. Queen Station. Right dash. Because of a bug with the randomizer that, as far as I know, has always been here. This gives us both sides Shade Cloak. Okay. That's more stuff open. Is that door? I don't know. Here. Door brace. Yeah, this should spit us out. Yep. Okay, I guess we'll go to Abyss and check Birthplace now. I'm just gonna double check that we got everything. Okay. So there is a room up there. How do I access that? I can't believe that worked. Alright. Let's go to Toll in Basin. We're gonna go check out Birthplace. Past Birthplace. There's Pale Lurker we can do. Let's do it. Luckily, going into this, we already have Void Heart, so yeah, let's check down here. Grimkin Flame 7. As I will keep repeating, that would be very nice if we actually had Grimchild. It's down here, over here. Here, this way. It's not forward. And let's do it, the Abyss Climb. No wings, but what can you do? No cost too great. No mind to think. No will to break. No voice to cry suffering. Born of God and void. And Abyss Climb done. No wings. And downcast we go. Shall seal the blinding light that plagues their dreams. You are the vessel. You are the Hollow Knight. Come on! Dragonfly's Elegy. Okay. There's that one check in Peak we can get. Oh, we can also now do the Pistol Peak Crusher ones. be fair, there are just a couple of tracks this way, so. Geo. Come on, let's not throw. Essence. Peaks crush rooms are done. What else? Like on nothing in green. Oh no, there is something we could do in green path actually. You could do the Thorns room. There also is actually a piece of lore I just realized I've been overlooking the entire time. Here? Where is it? I think this is it. Or maybe it's just like here. Here it is. Right elevator path. That's between city and resting ground, which doesn't really guess anything. Okay. Yeah, main reason we're here. Okay. Thorns room. Actually, there's sections of Heath we haven't been able to get to that we can get to now, though, in a fairly unorthodox way. So let's hit them. Alright, let's go to Dirtmouth. Yeah, we still... I don't know. Grimchild's feeling like a major gatekeeper right now. We don't have fragile strength either. Okay, if you pogo that right, you could definitely get up there. Pogo too early. Oh, hold on. We are going to put a temporary pin in this. And this is not the one I was planning to go to. I want to go to Aura. We're going to go fight Markoth. We're going to go fight Markoth. Markoth and Sharp Shadow. Before we try more Crystal Beaks. If I get wings, then I know we have to do White Palace. There's actually a small section of White Palace we can already get to. But to get further, we'd rather need wings, or I would need to do a skip that is rather not in this patch, or is just really complicated. Alright. There's also Pale Lurker we could do while we're here. Vessel Fragment. Alright, let's go to Hollow. Now the thing is I don't know if they just got randomized into Geo or if the random thing made it so that it won't show what the collar rewards are. I really don't. Alright, noise alert, folks. 15 Geo from the Pale Lurker. Alright. We wanted to also try anything gardens. Not that I could think of. There's a small section of gardens we haven't explored, but I don't think there's any checks down there. Deep Nest, also no. Don't think there's anything in the city. Done everything in wastes. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do some more attempts on that, the skip right over here. So I'm just gonna Dream Gate right here, so resets are faster. Yeah, no. Don't think that's gonna be doable. Anything at all. You know what? I am going to just pull up something that shows me what checks are available. which would be the log folder. Helper log. You guys won't be able to see it, but all right. So okay. All right. First couple of the ones we're gonna do, I have to go to the stag and crossroads. As soon as we get the next big item, I will get rid of it, but until we do, I'm gonna keep it around just to help me find checks. As I've done almost everything I can think of without using it. Firstly, there's a couple Geo Rocks in here. Nothing. Money. And Brimkin Flynn 8. Next one is in False Knight Arena. So looking at the spoiler log, it looks like, well, not the spoiler log, the helper log. It looks like they did randomize the notch for Coliseum, you didn't tell me. Or at least the game didn't inform on it. Apparently, I never got the Geo Rock up here, even though I thought I did. Luckily, it's a 9. Next, we're gonna go back to the Hot Springs and Deep Nest. Yeah. Supposedly, go around this way. I'm going around. Oh wait, I think I actually remember this. I could have found this in a previous randomizer. Huh? Fragile Strength 3. Mapper Key. Ooh. Okay. That's Cornifer Shop. Seal of Binding Journal Entry. Wanderer's Journal. 15 Geo. 20 Essence. Also excited about Fragile Strength, because that's a new Divine check. Divine? Nope. Alright. put this back on. What else we got? Let's go to King Station real quick. I'm pretty sure this one is just a G. No, it's a check. Want to seal? Okay, let's go to King Station. As if I'm reading this right. Here. If I'm reading this right, I never got this. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to Coral Mansion City. We're gonna go. Actually, no, we're gonna go Storms. Storms, I think, is gonna be faster. This is probably the last thing we'll do this stream. Looks like it's gonna be the 4 randomizer stream. The 4 stream randomizer. It's a little bit. So thank you. It up here. Yeah, it's both Pilgrim's white checks. Okay. Yeah. Looks like I am out of time for today's stream. So, I want to thank every one of you for watching. And I will be sure to see you tomorrow, where we will finish the randomizer. We will finish it tomorrow.